Okay, divisional weekend is here officially. It's Saturday morning. It's a little nippy here. Of course, I say that to all my friends up north. They'll laugh at me when I say it's 60 degrees and it's cold. But it is 60 degrees and it's a little nippy. I'm not used to it anymore. I'm used to cold weather. And this is coming from someone who's born in New York. But I've been living in Florida now for freaking, what was that now, 30 plus years. So, my body ain't used to the freezing cold. Anyway, divisional weekend is here. 2 games today, 2 games tomorrow. I'm going out with friends of mine. I'm going out with the degenerate himself, Zach, and Chris, the professor himself, regulars on the Speaker podcast, to watch the last game tonight once my wife gets home from work. But this is not about that or my plans. This is about one person. I think the player under the most pressure with the biggest spotlight right now, and he really had it even into last week, but he didn't play last week, but we're here. Lamar Jackson. Lamar Demetrius Jackson. Yes, he gets 3-name status because he's that damn good. He's probably going to win the second MVP in a few weeks when they announced that the day before the Super Bowl, the NFL and awards, all that. And rightfully so, whatever you call it. But the reason he's under a lot of pressure, in my opinion, is because this year of any year is the one season I really feel that the runway for him to, at the very least, get to Super Bowl, if not possibly win it, by virtue of what he's done this year and what the Ravens have done this year too as well, is pretty clear. They're the favorites in the AFC. Vegas has San Francisco as the favorites overall, but slight favorites, even though Baltimore did beat San Francisco in San Francisco on Christmas Day and won in convincing fashion. But I think that has more to do with the trek as opposed to the game itself. But neither here nor there. Lamar Jackson can change a lot of narratives surrounding him, surrounding mobile quarterbacks, surrounding black quarterbacks, by winning a ring. He's also had some really subpar playoff games in his career. I think it's like, what is his record? 1-3 in the playoffs, or it hasn't been that great. The last 2 years, the Ravens made the playoffs once, and he was not part of that team last year, obviously for the injuries last 2 years. Mainly last year, of course, didn't play the playoff game. So he hasn't been in the playoffs in a couple seasons now. But Lamar Jackson can change a lot of narratives. You're getting right now in the AFC, Houston Texans, great story. But Baltimore's playing better than they are. Kansas City Chiefs, a down year actually for the Chiefs right now. Buffalo, very erratic. So there's any season right now where Lamar has a runway in the AFC to get to the Super Bowls this year. Okay, then look at the NFC side. Green Bay, young team. Who else? Tampa Bay. Come on, Tampa Bay is they're a nice, fun story, but Baltimore's play better than they are. And then you have who's the other team? Detroit, another team with fun stories as well. That Baltimore blew out this year, and then San Francisco with the team that Baltimore beat this year as well too. So the runway is there for the Baltimore Ravens to take care of business here. If he fails, if he loses even this week against Houston, that's a massive blow. Like Lamar Jackson is literally 3 wins away from entering some rarefied air. 2-time MVP, we assume, a Super Bowl title. Not a lot of quarterbacks have done that, especially at his young age. And yet he does that. We're now having a conversation about this guy being in the Hall of Fame. We're having a conversation about him being a game changer for quarterbacks in general. Because again, you can remember the narratives. Even last year, can we pay this guy? Because he's a running quarterback. He's not a great really quarterback, he's a running quarterback. And I've seen people who have been critical of Lamar Jackson in recent years, this year, say, yeah, I was wrong. He's changed the narrative. But the only way you can really, truly change the narrative and say you've arrived as that dude, that guy, is winning a Super Bowl. So, again, it's going to be one of those things where you're getting a lot of these teams on down years or teams that are not up to snuff in the same way Baltimore is. The runway is clear. Baltimore has to do it. Lamar has to do it. So, anyway, enjoy the divisional weekend. I have the Ravens winning today, and then I have the Niners winning tonight. And then I got, as I said in the podcast on podcast on was it Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday I did a show. Detroit. I got Detroit winning on Sunday, and I have Kansas City, who I trust more than Buffalo. But that game's a stay away. Don't bet that game. So anyway, I'm going for Lamar. I'm all in for Lamar Jackson right now. So let's do it. All right, later.